Well, today is Whit Monday. It's a public holiday in Nassau and the entire Bahamas. And it comes from the Anglican tradition where the day after Pentecost Sunday is a public holiday. Glad you could join us again. Last Saturday in Nassau, the PLP had a super thank you meeting for its followers at the Queen Elizabeth Sports Center. It was long overdue. There is now a need for the party's national leaders to call a retreat, first of the parliamentary group and then of the wider PLP, to discuss what went wrong in this election and where do we go from here. The point is that the leaders of the party must understand that the faithful want no more softly approach toward the FNM. In Hubert Ingraham, we are dealing with the most vicious politician that this country has ever produced, and he must be dealt with accordingly and at each turn. Mr. Ingraham has now gone ahead and appointed people to the Senate for the 3 additional seats that really belong to the PLP. He has gone and appointed who he wants and not who the PLP's leader wants. And this is impermissible and unconstitutional. The leader of the PLP has promised to file a court action on the first possible working day in this week. In the Bahamas, this is one of those weeks where Monday is a public holiday and Friday is a public holiday. This Friday is Labor Day, celebrated on that day, which is the anniversary of the Burma Road riots of 1942, the first spontaneous uprising by working people for social justice in the Bahamas in the 20th century. The list of fired or transferred people by the Free National Movement's leader, Hubert Ingraham, continues. We reported before how the Ministry of Financial Services and Investments has been dismantled, and how there is no announcement on how the functions have been reorganized. And what's curious is that the sector hasn't responded as well to defend the ministry's existence. What we do know is that one of the most talented civil servants in that ministry has now been transferred without notice to the Public Disclosure Commission, which is the equivalent of Napoleon's ALBA in the civil service. A number of permanent secretaries have either been given their walking tickets or are about to be told to go home. This is what people voted for: victimization, vengeance, and viciousness. How do you spell those words? But H-U-B-E-R-T. The contractor in Grand Bahama, who was awarded the contract to build a new heritage school, has now been formally given a letter to suspend all construction work on the school. This is the same thing that the FNM has done to Ashley Glinton, the young Bahamian contractor who got the contract to construct the straw market in Nassau. Both projects must now come to a halt. Interestingly enough, the Free National Movement's Vice Chairman, John Lee Ferguson, who is also Vice President of the Senate, had a lot to say during the past week. And he made a chilling statement to the press which bears repeating. He said that all projects signed by the PLP in the last 3 months of their office will be put on hold, reviewed, and this is the rub, ultimately canceled. So the long-suffering students of Grand Bahama and of Salina Point Acklands and the straw vendors will continue to suffer because of FNM vengeance and politics. It is most inappropriate for a party hack to be making statements which are really the province of the government. In the face of all this, it is vitally important for the PLP to stand its ground. This is no time to fall down and play dead, or to go into reverse. It is necessary to thank all PLP supporters for their strength and fortitude, even when it appeared that the leaders were going wobbly. You kept us strong, and I say keep it up. Never give 1 quarter. One FNM man told me at the airport of Freeport that he does not like how the PLP is handling the transition, that I must encourage a peaceful transition. Not in the face of the viciousness of the FNM. There can be no political peace because it takes 2 to make peace. The FNM must atone for what it has done and how it has destroyed the political civility in this country. Only then can we talk peace. Well, that's it for today. I just want to say happy birthday to my friend George Curtis of Freeport, Grand Bahama, formerly of St. James Road. I was at his party last Saturday. It was a great party. He and his wife, Anne, put on a wonderful party. Most of his many friends were there, including our old lunch group, Maurice Clinton, Royal Maynard, and Brian Seymour. It was good to see Earl Gadet, Jim White, Dr. Doswell Coakley, Mike Edwards, and Skipper Woods. Happy birthday, George, and see you next time.